What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin and welcome to part 2. I am back, and as you can see, things have changed slightly. I moved into a different place with my wife because I just got married and everything of that nature. I didn't just get married, I've been married for a little bit, but my YouTube is back on track and I am ready to share my thoughts, my art, and everything else with you guys. And I'm working on a new website, so I will be uploading my videos there. If you guys want to check out my Instagram, it'll be like right there. You can check that out. I post a lot of art there. I post a lot of live streaming videos and everything else like that. But back into this YouTube video, I'm finishing my black and white piece that I started a long time ago. I think it was like 7 months ago or something like that. Life has been crazy. But without further ado, let's get into it.
AKA no alias.
What is going on, everybody? It feels so good to be back. It's been quite a while, and it's been like I believe it's been 7 months since I've posted a new video on YouTube. It's been a hectic time, man. Still trying to polish this brandish sword that I've been just sharpening over the course of that 7 months. It's finally a new year, and it's me just trying to figure out where I'm gonna go with this art thing and try to expand and set more goals for myself. Me making another video on YouTube and getting my YouTube back in order and getting everything in shape is one of the goals that I had set for myself. I told myself last year that I want to come back to YouTube and start making more videos, because there was a few of you who told me that you enjoy what I do. Hearing that on my Instagram helps leaps and bounds when you're staring at your computer and you just don't know what to do, and you're just like, man, I want to get better as an artist, but at the same time I don't know where to start because there's so much stuff that you have to work on, or there's so much stuff that you want to work on. And I thank you guys for encouraging me to do more and to push myself. Another one of my goals for this year and the years going forward is to become a professional artist and to take art a lot more seriously than I have been. And that means putting forth art on my Instagram, talking to people more about it, putting out applications, yes, putting my art out there for people to accept or embrace or just discard at their leisure. And I'm pretty sure that's scary for any artist to have their work put forward and someone critique it based upon, are you good enough to work for my studio or not? You know, so I think that's been a fear of mine for a long time, putting forth my work and trying to get it critiqued by someone who's in a studio or in a position to give me a job, basically. So this year I'm trying to tackle it head on. I'm trying to set more goals for myself. I'm trying to build a website, and on that website I'm gonna have a portfolio that I'm building, and on top of building that portfolio, I'm trying to start a new IP, like a video game idea that I have, and I want to basically start showing it more and more as I complete it, and pretty much just trying to get everything situated to where it's going to be more of a tangible idea so that I can get more people into it, have one of my friends do the music to it, have one of the people I know possibly model a character for me so that I can throw it into a gaming engine. I'm really trying to get into the Unreal Engine right now, just trying to play around and create some type of sandbox game or something like that. Nothing too serious, but something I can just occupy my time with and show other people that I'm trying to pursue a job in gaming and everything of that nature. But for the most part, I'm just trying to secure a spot for myself in the world of creating things for a living, because I don't want to keep on keeping on with the mundane 9 to 5, because I know everybody hates that. I know I do. So for the most part, I really wanted to share the process of creating that IP. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get as far as a finished game, but it's an idea, and it's me trying to figure out the process of creating a video game and being a character designer for that video game. And I'm gonna put a lot of the character design in my portfolio just to show that I'm trying to create a solid portfolio, reassuring the person that is doing the hiring that I can actually do the job that they will entrust me with. What I really want for myself in 2018 is to actually have a job in the art field, and not doing what I'm doing now, because what I'm doing now is a very regular and mundane job that has nothing to do with art. Other than that, beautiful things have been happening. Last year I got married in September, and it was a very, very long and fun journey, actually. A lot of people think that getting married is very frustrating. There was some bumpy times along that road, but at the same time it was really, really fun piecing everything together with my wife. She mostly did all of the work. I didn't do too much of anything. She picked out the flowers, the arrangements, the linens, all that stuff, and I just would get that how do you feel about this, babe? And I'm just like, whatever you like, whatever you want. So yeah, it was so fun, because not only her family but my family helped out with it, and it was a really, really fun event. And it took a year for us to plan, and it was a long and arduous task to plan it ourselves. But we got through it, and everything was great. And I actually did get married with a Lord of the Rings ring. It's basically like Frodo Baggins or Bilbo Baggins ring from the Lord of the Rings, and that's what I got married with. So I wear it every day. Sometimes I wear it to sleep. Sometimes I take it off. But for the most part, I wear this thing everywhere. It's great. People look at it and they're like, holy crap, that's the Lord of the Rings. And it's really, really fun. But yeah, getting married was a big step for me, but it brought me closer to realizing that there are a lot of things in my life that are really important, and I got to make sure that everyone in my life and people that I love know that, you know what I mean? So enough of the mushy stuff. Let's get into this drawing that I am doing, the black and white piece. This piece took me a while to figure out, because it was a lot of coloring, it was a lot of line work, it was a lot of lighting, and the pose was really perplexing when I first started doing it, because I didn't know how the pose would fit into the composition that I was trying to do. But as I got through the piece, I started finding a rhythm in doing all of the lighting and the line work and the coloring and stuff like that, and blending it together. And I found my style halfway through it, so it became really fun after the line work was done and the colors were laid down and all the flats were laid down, and I put the highlight on and everything like that, and I threw that overpainting layer on there. I just went to town and had a really, really good time, as you can see right now. This anime holds a really close, near and dear place in my heart, because it really showcased the love of two brothers and the love of what they were willing to do for one another. And it was a really, really impactful story between black and white. And it's just, there's so many innuendos in there that allow you to just look at it and relate to how their lives are very similar to lives being led by a lot of people that are actually real instead of animated characters. But it was a beautiful movie that Studio 4 Degree C had done. And if you're not familiar with their work, check it out. They produce some really, really great content, just like Tekkonkinkreet here. So, but for the most part, it's the same process that I was doing in my previous videos. I would do the line work, I would do the flats, I would work out the color scheme, I would work out the lighting, and that's after I worked out the posing and where the direction of the light is coming from. It's the same process. It's just like a rinse and repeat. Every time you rinse and repeat this process, you get better and better at it. Over the time that I've been gone for 7 months, I feel like I've grown very slightly as an artist, I can start seeing the mistakes in my old works and me revisiting pieces and just studying them and figuring out where I failed at, and I feel like that's a great tool for you to use. You just let some time go by, keep drawing, keep pushing it, and let some time go by just to see how things are and how things are working out, and I guarantee you'll start to see inconsistencies in your work, and you're like, wait a minute, I caught something that I wasn't supposed to do, or hey, I caught that and I didn't even know I was doing that at the time I was drawing that. So it gives you a better sense of where you are as an artist for yourself, not comparing anything to someone else. When you do compare your art to someone else, do it in the aspects of what they're doing and what you're not doing. And I feel that that shines a little light on where you need to be, because you admire that type of style in a very comparative way, and not in a negative comparative way. It's more of a way of saying, what is he doing or she doing that I'm not doing? And I think that sheds a lot of light on what you can be doing more. And once you figure that out, you just practice that and study it. And remember, you don't have to rush yourself. You can spend 10 hours on a piece. You can spend 11 hours on a piece. You can spend 13 hours, 30 hours on a piece. It doesn't matter. No one's timing you, no one's rushing you. And I know how it feels, because sometimes I feel like I have to get better, so much so that I make it seem like I'm working for a company already, and this has to be done by this deadline, and it just disrupts the fun, and it disrupts the mindset that you have in enjoying the piece that you're working on. It just breaks you down mentally, and I feel like those are habits you don't need. You know what I mean? Like, take your time and just enjoy your work. Yeah, and if you guys feel troubled and if you guys feel down, just take a step back from your work and just give it a look and do something that's unrelated. There's a lot of people that I've been seeing on Instagram and a lot of artists saying that they feel down and that their minds feel burnt out, or they're going through art block and they can't figure out what to draw. If you're getting to that point, then just take a step back, do something unart related, play a video game, spend some time with your lady. In my case, spend some time with your wife. Just defrag off of that whole art trip, because there's a lot of things that go through my head, and I know that it can be difficult at times. And have fun, man. Just have fun. None of this is a competition. None of this is who's better than who. It's not about how much money you make. It's not about all the menial things in life. It's just about having a good time and sharing your art with others and communicating. Get out there and communicate with the people on Instagram, and get out there and communicate with the people at your local Starbucks. You never know who's an artist and who can share some tips with you, or probably mentor you, or could be working for a company and you never knew. You just talk to the guy regularly, and then you're like, oh well, my pursuit is to become a concept artist in video games, and he's like, holy crap, actually we're looking for somebody. You never know. It can be just around the corner, and you will never know, because you're in the house worried about it. So don't be worried about it. And the moral of the story is, just do what you love. Don't do what you have to do, because that always sucks. It's like doing laundry. Sometimes it just sucks to do laundry. You don't want to do it. You just want to play a video game, chill out, eat some chili cheese fries or something. You know what I mean? But you gotta watch that weight. It sucks. I know, because I do it all the time. Oh man. Well, for the most part, all I'm saying is that awesome things can happen. It's a new year, and I know that I'm gonna keep these videos coming. So if you guys dig what I am doing, and you guys dig the little stories and the background art that goes on during my rants, I really appreciate you guys. And it really helps me out if you guys like it and subscribe. So give it a like, give it a subscribe, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. This has been Justin, and I am signing off. I will catch you guys on the flippy flop later.